Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. In this video, it's Sports Saturday, and in honor of the NASCAR season starting, we're going to do a playthrough of a race in red, white, and blue racing from PLAAY Games. And I had bought the, way back when I first got the game, I bought the 2012 SCRAM season. That is the Stock Car America card set. As you can see right here, this is the original paper I got with it. I have the cards over here to my right, and I'll show you those in a second. But this is the very first edition of what has become a pretty popular and long and still ongoing. So we're at the 14th edition that has just been released over on PLAAY.com, and you can go check that out if you wish. That would be the 2025 set that just came out. So these are the cards, or some of the cards anyway. So you can see here, this is Billy Brett. And then the interesting thing is the gold card, and it may have faded, but you can see there's not a lot of difference in this set as compared to, say, one of the current sets, like this one right here. This is from the 2024 SCRAM B series, Owen Oberhauser. You can see quite how golden that gold TV driver card is, and contrast it to this, right? So some of the guys that if you play any of the more recent sets, or if you watched or have played the 95 set, some of these guys will be like Dick Exum, for example. Dick Exum is still around. I think in the SCRAM universe, he's like 60 years old now and racing in the B series. The later years of these cards, actually, of the SCRAM sets rather, are available as available in a version where you get the B series as well as the main series. So it has been a little bit since I've played, but I really enjoy this game, and from time to time people will bring it up. Hey, when are you going to do some more red, white, and blue racing stuff? So that time is now. And so, as always, we start with the race week. And we have our race week events guide here to help guide us through setting up our starting order and so on. Before we get there, the 2012 schedule is right here. And you can see the first race. We'll just do the first race, which is the Ice Brew 600 at the Northern Lights Motordome. Event date of March 4th. So we're a little earlier than that, but since Daytona kicks off the NASCAR season, I thought it would be cool to do a kickoff of the very first SCRAM series season. And here is the Northern Lights Motordome 2012 card. You can see it's a short track, Northern US, and it's got two races, the Mogro Farm 500 and the Ice Brew 600, which is 28 turns. That is the one we're going to be doing. And so you can see it's a 0.45 mile length oval, 76,000 capacity. And then these are the track, basically the characteristics, what would be rolling on every turn of the race. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll the two metallic dice, and I'll just do it right here on the pad. And this will tell us how many TV drivers we get. And we get a whole 2, so that's not much fun. But we did get 2. Now we use the race week booklet and roll on the race week TV chart for each driver. And we'll use the red, white, and blue for this. So here are the sleeved cards for the set, and there's a lot of them. I'm going to randomly pick out 2 here, just kind of slide through, and I'm trying not to look. We get Charlie Brake, and I'm shuffling them here, and we'll just pull another one. Jack Ventura. So those are our 2 TV drivers. And we'll flip them to their TV driver side. And okay, so now we will roll on the TV race week TV chart for them, which is this right here. And we roll the red, white, and blue. We'll do Charlie Brake first. So we get a 44 for Brake. And if we look at our chart here, 44 is TV event X. So we go to TV event X chart. Roll again, get a 13. 13 is sanctions imposed for rules violation, placement C, and loss of points. So I forgot to re-roll the blue. We'll do it right now. He gets a 4, so he's going to end up here. And now we'll do Ventura, and he gets a 26. And a 26 is hot week and hot laps, placement A plus performance chip. And we see here he's a gold trophy. Is he gold? No, he's a bronze. Sorry, bronze trophy. So he gets the blue die position in the top group, which is right there, and he gets a chip. All right, now we need to go through and roll for the rest of the gang here. So we're going to roll the metallic dice. You get a 6. And we're going to get fast week drivers. Again, we're going to draw out 6. I'm just pulling them from the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good enough. All right. So these guys are our fast week drivers. Oh, and Wayne Montana's in here. So we'll start here, and we'll just say gold trophy gets in the pole position. So that's Stu Urick, goes to the gold, or the pole position. We've got a silver trophy, highest available in that group. Montana, also top group. Sonny Swain, no trophy, goes to the first position in the bottom group. We've got another silver with Russ O'Casey, and then we've got another gold with Kevin Pettis. He goes here. Okay, now we have to do the slow group, I believe. Yes. Again, we're going to roll the 2 metallic dice. Got an 8, and so we're going to pull 8 out randomly. And our lucky 8 slow drivers are right here. So we're going to put those out as well. So we have a bronze trophy, which goes bubble stack. So we'll put them up here. Silver goes bubble stack. Gold goes next position in bottom group. Another gold, Vic Holder. Silver, bubble stack. None makes not qualified. Bronze, bubble stack. And none, Denny Baker, does not qualify. So those 2 are out. And now we do the regular qualifying. For regular qualifying, you use this here. So gold will go to the highest available in the top, silver to the highest in the middle, bronze to the bottom, and none will go to the bubble stack, and then we'll do the bubble stack. So right now what I'm going to do is do these guys on or off camera, and then we'll go back and pick up here and finish out our qualifying. Okay, so we've got everybody laid out here amongst the qualifiers, and now we go to the bubble stack and we just fill in from the top here. So we go here and here and here, here, and in last starting spot is Kelly Wiley, who is one of the few without a trophy to actually make the race. So we're ready to begin. Let me clean up the rest of the non-qualifying bubble stack drivers, and then we'll get underway. All right, we are ready to begin. I'm going to roll the black and the metallic. And the metallics give us a 5, which is trouble. And the black is a 4, which directs us to the middle group. Okay, so to figure out the the trouble result here. We're going to roll 2 metallic dice for each driver in the middle group in this case, starting with Drake, who's in the 8. And we have to be better, equal or less than escape indicates that they avoid the incident. Higher than that would indicate they were collected. So let's start here. That's an 11. He's collected. And we'll move on to the next one. His escape is a 9, so he's good. That's Joey Wilson. Dave Lilly, he's 8, so that's a 9, sorry. He's collected. So we will have some yellow flags here, yellow flag turns. Need a 9 or less. He's good for Billy Brett. Ray Bob Walker, he's got an 8, so he's good. Brooks Pilovich, he's good. Charlie Brake needs a 9 or less. He's good. Croyle, 7 or less. He's got a 7. McKinnon is a 5, so he is collected as well. Move him up. Be easier that way. Greco, 7. It's a 9. So we got 4 cars here. This is an 11, so he rolled a 10, but Bryson is a master at escape with that 11 rating. And Mark Forth gets a 5, so he's good. So we have these 4. Drake, Lilly, McKinnon, and Greco are collected. So now let's see what happens. So Drake, you can see his pit crew rating there inside his trophy is a B. So over here we have the B for trouble. We're in the first third. We need a 10 or less. He got a 9. So he's okay. Okay. You go to the end of the bottom group. So he's going to go over here. And then we're going to have to readjust everybody, of course. His rating's an A, so he should be okay. He got a 5, so that is going to be okay. You need an 11 or less. So again, he's going to go at the bottom. And we've got McKinney. He's a C, or McKinnon rather. He got an 8. C, yeah, he makes it, but that was close. And then Greco is a B. He got a 9 and a B. 10 or less is okay. So they will all have to fill in or at the back here after their trouble incident. So I'm going to move everybody up, all shot, and then we'll see which one of these guys moves into the 4 open spots in the middle group. Okay, so I moved everybody up. Quick correction. Because there was trouble, which gives us a yellow flag, everybody just moves up. So these 4 will move into the top or the bottom of the middle group, and I'll fill in the back. And again, I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, so that event, because there were more than 2 cars involved, that brings 2 yellow flag turns. So we're going into turn 4 now. And we have a 6 and a 2. So the 2 indicates the top group. And we got a 6, and a 6 is heat. So we're going to check for heat on the top group. And we've got McAfee has it, O'Casey has it, and that's it. Okay, so we go in ascending order. So we're going to start with McAfee. And we roll the red, white, and blue dice. And the red is a 6, and he's got 5 gas, so he fails. Now we'll try for O'Casey, and they are challenging for the lead. That's the key part here. And he rolled a 6 as well, so he also will not get to advance. So basically, if they roll equal or less than their gas, so if he rolled a 5, for example, then you would check the white against the brake rating of the lead driver, and that would have also passed. And then you would, so you have to roll higher than his brakes, and he's 2 brake plus a 2 brake bonus gives him 4 brakes. So you would need a 5 or a 6, and then the blue is the third element. That's wrong. I'm sorry. If this had been a 5 or less, he would have won the challenge because the 6 is higher than the 4 brakes. The white die refers to if you're coming from, say, the middle or bottom up one group, that determines which box you're using, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. In this case, if you're challenging the leader, you don't have to worry about the white die. So rolling a 6 and a 6 basically prevented him from being able to challenge. So that's the end of that turn. And we go on to turn 5. And this time we get an 11 and 6. So 11's problem and 6 would be the... So because the black is a 6, instead of using the problem here, we use that to determine, we use the 11 here to determine duels. And you can see, maybe, depending on your resolution, the number 3 cars in the middle group, these two, are going to have a duel. They're going to instigate a duel here. Okay, so since we have Brake and Croyle, we'll start with Brake. He's the higher driver, so he's going to challenge Joey Wilson. Now, the way this works is pretty simple. I'm going to roll my red, white, and blue. And we're going to use the red, which Brake only has a 2, so he's actually going to lose that challenge, and he has now a trouble result. So let's roll to see what... Got a 6. His escape is a 9. So he does get successful avoidance of the incident, sorry. So he stays. And then Croyle will also challenge Wilson. So we'll roll again. And he got a 4. He does have 4 gas, so he wins the challenge. And now Wilson has to check for trouble. So we'll roll for him. His escape is a 9. And he got a 10, so he has been collected. So his pit rating is an A. And we are still in the first third. And so with an A on trouble, he just needs an 11 or less. And he gets it. So he's going to go to the bottom. And I'll have to readjust the order here. And because it was a trouble, we do get a yellow flag as well. So that's going to move us through turn 5 and 6. And our next turn will be a pit stop turn. So before we do that, I'm going to adjust and move everybody around. Okay, so pit stop turn. We're going to roll the metallic dice, and that'll indicate which drivers in this group and this group will swap positions. And it's a 1 and a 2, so that's easy. We're just going to move that. So Montana is going to jump up, and these two will move as well. So pretty easy. And for the black die, we get a 4. Okay, so the 4 on the black will indicate that we're checking the middle group for fast pit. So we're going to roll our metallic dice for each driver, starting up here, and their fast pit number. So Lonnie Lane is a 3. That is a fail. Carl is a 2, so he needs snake eyes, does not get it. Holder is an 8, so he's got a decent shot, and he gets a 7, so he gets a chip, and we'll get to move up. Then we've got Schubert, who's a 7. He gets a chip. Next, we have Swain, who needs a snake eyes, doesn't get it. Fourth needs a 7, gets it, barely. 7 or less. He needs a 6 or less. Bryson gets a 5. That's good. Charlie Brake. He's a 2. Nope. Billy Brett's a 7. Nope. Croyle is a 7. No. Bilovich also a 7. No. And Ray Bob Walker also a 7. Yes. Okay, so we're going to rearrange. So what's going to happen is Bryson will go here, fourth will go here, Schubert here, and Holder here. So I'll do that off camera. Now we'll roll the black die to see which driver gets to challenge the leader coming out of the pit. It's 1. That's Wayne Montana. Then we roll the red, white, and blue. Red is a 5. Montana has only 4 gas, so he does not succeed. Does not succeed, and we didn't get into any trouble. So that is our pit turn. And we'll move on to turn number 8 here. And we got a 3 and a 2 and a 3. So that's 5 on the metallic, which is trouble. And 3 is the middle group. So again, we're going to check for trouble here. starting at the top. Now, because these guys have performance chips, they can use those to avoid trouble. So we'll start with Walker. He needs an 8 or less. He gets an 8, so he's good. Bryson needs an 11 or less. That's going to work. Fourth, 7 or less. He will have to use his chip to not lose his spot. Schubert, 5 or less. He will lose his chip. And Holder, 7 or less. Lose his chip. Now we're to the chipless drivers. Brake needs a 9 or less. Collected. Brett needs a 9 or less. He's good. Croyle, 7 or less. Collected. Bilovich, 7. He's good. Swain only has a 4, so that's 6. So he's collected. Carl is a 9. He's good. And Lonnie Lane is an 8. He's good. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 drivers caught up in the incident here. So we'll start with Brake. His pit crew is a D. We are in the middle third of the race now. And with a 5 in the middle third for trouble, D rather, 6. So he squeaks by. He does go to the back. Then we've got Croyle. He's got a 6 on a B. That's going to be good. Yes. So he will go to the back as well. And finally, Sonny Swain got a 3 with an E. So that is also good. So he does not get booted out of the race, but he does go to the back. We had more than 2 cars, so that's going to be 2 yellow flag turns. And we're going to advance everybody up automatically. So I will do the rest of this off camera, but this is just how it works. You fill in like so. And now I'm going to pause and fix this up, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we're moving on to turn 11 now. We got an 11 and a 2, so that's top group problem. Top group problem. Okay, so now we'll need to figure out who has the problem. So we'll have to roll on our problem finder chart first. Or rather, we're going to have to roll the dice here to see what we get. And we got a 5. So here's our driver finder. So in the top group, the red indicates specific driver in top group unless doubles. If it's doubles, it's the leader. So the red die is a 5. We do not have any doubles. So the 5 is Jack Ventura. Now, Ventura has a performance chip, but you can't use it to avoid a problem. You can use it to avoid trouble. So we have to roll to see what the problem result is. So I'm going to roll again with red and white. I'll just roll all 3. We got a 23. So here on our problem finder chart, 23 is tire rub, drop to front of bottom group, pit crew A or B, no tire rub. His pit crew is an E. So he's going to drop down here and we'll have to fill in. Now, because Ventura goes to the bottom group, he loses his chip. Okay, so now we have to move people up. So we start checking for gas pedals. So we roll red, white, and blue. He rolled a 6, so that is unsuccessful for Ray Bob Walker. I don't think in this case, it doesn't say you can use the chip. So I'm not going to let him use it. Bryson, he got a 1, so he is going to move up. And so then these guys would all move up. Like so. And we'll check down here. So he goes to the top of the bottom group, if I remember correctly, right? 23. Drop to front of bottom group, yes. So let's check Phillips to see if he gets to move up into the middle group. And he does, so that's easy. So he goes here. And that was turn 11. So we move on to turn 12. We got a 9 and a 4. 9 is star, 4 is middle group. So we're looking for stars in the middle group. And okay, we have Piotrowski has it, Wynn has it, Bilovich has it, Holder, Schubert, Forth, and Walker all have it as well. Okay, so we're going to start with Piotrowski. He's only got a 2 gas, and I'll take the role of a 1. So the challenge is to the 2 driver up here, and you look at the brakes, and he's got a 3, which is higher than the 1 brake here, although they do get a bonus of 1, so that would be a 2. It still beats it, though, so he's going to swap spots with Carol Worthington. Next check will be with Chris Wynn, who has 4 gas. So he passes that. He got a 2, which is Piotrowski, and he rolled a 5. So he is going to swap here because 5 is higher than 2. Next is Bilovich. He rolled a 5, which is higher than his gas. No. Then we have Holder, 165. So he's got, that's a good, but Bryson has a chip. He'll spend it to win and not lose his spot. Schubert gets a 2-1-1. So that's here. Unfortunately, that 1 is lower than Montana's 3 stars. So he's not going, 3 breaks rather. He's not going to advance. Forth has a 5 gas. That's good. The white 6 indicates it's Bryson, and the 3 is better. So that was Schubert, wasn't it? I think, no, that was Forth. That was Forth. Okay. And now we've got Walker, who has a chip, so he can take the spot regardless. 163. So he automatically, well, not automatically, but he's good to take that spot. So he moves up into the top group and does not have to spend his chip. That is turn number 12. And we move on to our next turn. 8-1. So 8 is control and 1 is the top group. So McAfee, or McAtee rather. So they're challenging the leader here. And we got a 6 with the gas, so that's no good for McAtee. Now we've got control Pettis. 4-3. So he's got 4. 3 won't be enough, though, on the break to beat Uric. Russ O'Casey. 6 will not be to his advantage there. Win. He also rolls a red 6, so that is also not good. And Wayne Montana, last chance. 1-1-2. So fails on the break. So no successful challenge to the leader there. So 13. Uric has led the entire way. Now we got a 3-4. So 4 is skill. 3 is middle group, so we're looking for skill here. We got a starred skill for Piotrowski, so he'll be first. 5, so that fails, but he gets to try again because he's got a star. He gets a 3 this time, but that is still not good enough because he's only got 2 gas. Then we move to Greg Carl. 5 is higher than his gas. We'll go to Bilovich. 5 is higher than his gas. We go to Billy Brett. 6 is higher than his gas. Holder. 3-6-1. Well, unfortunately, the 1 on the blue does him in. He would not be able to take Ray Bob Walker there. So now we have Bryson is the last chance. He needs a 3 or less on the red, doesn't get it. And almost rolled triples, but didn't. So kind of an uneventful turn there as well. On to turn 15. And we got an 8 and a 1. 8 is control. 1 is the top group. So control start with McAtee. 4 and 3. So the 3 does him in because you're with the bonus has 4 breaks. Now we'll do Pettis. 5 gas does him in. O'Casey. Oh, O'Casey is the first one to actually get it in. So we have a lead change here. Now we'll see how long O'Casey can hold it. Chris Wynn is a 5, so that would have been good if that was a 4 or less, but it's not. And now Montana, who needs a 4 or less on the red, does not get it. So Russ O'Casey takes the lead here. We'll move on. We got an 8-5. So 5 is the bottom group, and 8 is control. So control is one of the less common qualities that I've seen, though some have them. Joey Wilson will be our first contender. And he gets a 2, so that's good. And he gets a 1, which is up here, and a 4. So that's going to be good. And I think because it's a 2, we use the even side, which is the this side. So he gets to swap up in here, and Bryson drops into the bottom of the bottom group. Bad for him. Now we got a starred control for Lily, which means if he passes both, he could actually move all the way up into the top group. He got a 2, 3, 2. So again, we're looking at here, but he's got 2 breaks, so that does not work. And does get to try again. And this time he gets a 3, 2, 3, 2. And it's the odd one, so it's this one. It's Darren Schubert, and that is a successful one. So he doesn't get to try to move all the way up here, but he does get to advance. Now Parnell Drake also has a starred control. He got a 3, which is good. A 5 is here, so it'd be Piotrowski, and it's a 2, so that works. And do that. Now Kelly Wiley got a 3, 2, 4. So that's Lily. And so Lily is going to get bumped as well. Now next control is Donnie Schrupp. That's not going to work, and he almost rolled triples. Then we've got Tom Rossi. 2, 1, 2, 6, 1. So that would be here because it's even on the red. So that actually works. So Rossi successfully moves up into the top group. Fred Shaver is next. It's got a 1, 6, 1. That's not going to work. It would be Worthington, and Worthington is good enough to hold that off. Then we go Levi Fox. Levi Fox triples. Triples. Bum, bum, bum. That is a problem possibility, so we got to check for his problem. So we're going to roll these again. We got a 22. And that is break problems, roll for repair. Okay, so we're going to roll on here. His pit crop quality is D, so that's not good. And we are in the middle third still, I think. This is a 28 turn race, right? Yep. Yeah, we're in the middle. All right, so it's a D. D middle. Ooh, he needs a 3 or less. And he gets a 12, so he is out of the race. Levi Fox, the first one to be out of the race due to brake problems. We'll continue here looking at control. So our next is Marty Moen. 4 gas, so that's no good. Then we got Gary Pine. 1, 6, 1. So again, that's not going to beat Worthington. Jordy Pettis, brother of Kevin, rolled a 6-6 or 6-3-6. That's not going to do it. And that is it. That is it. So Fox is out. He is the first one to be out of the race. Let me slide everybody up, and then we'll pick it up with turn number, pit turn 17. Okay, let's roll for the pit stop. We got a 2 and 3 for swapping and a 6. So the interesting thing here is the 6 would indicate that the TV drivers would get a chance for a fast pit if they were in the top or middle groups, but Ventura and Brake are both in the bottom group, so we don't have any fast pit this turn. We do have to swap 2 and 3. So Yorick, the former leader, moves up to the 3rd spot. And we swap these guys with these guys. And there we go. Now we'll see who challenges the leader coming out of the pit. It is Ray Bob, who has a chip. Okay, so let's roll. It's a 4, and he's got a 4. And there's no defending this, so he automatically takes the spot and keeps his chip. So Ray Bob Walker takes the lead here in turn 17. Okay, let's move on. Turn 18. Oh, we got a 7 and a 6. So 7 is reflex. But because the black is a 6, it's actually a dual. So we look at the 7 here, and that is fume feud, roll again. So since it says feud fume, we don't have anybody who's feuding or fuming, so we just skip it. And that was a pretty non-eventful turn. We move on to turn 19. And this time we get a 2 and a 6 again. So 2 is the number 2 car in the top group. So that is the that is Stu Yorick. And he's going to try to take on Wayne Montana here. The 3 is good. Oh, he rolled triples. That's a problem check. All right. Well, there you go. So let's check let's check this here. We get a 62. 62. Clutch problem, roll for repair. He has an A, pit crew. We are in 19, so we are now in the last third, I think. A, he needs a 6 or less. And he gets a 7, so he's out of the race as well. Poor Yorick. I knew him well. I'm going to move this up and start filling. So let's see. That was a clutch problem. I have to remember that to note it down. So let's see if 4th moves up. He does. That was easy enough. He did not roll triples. So then these guys would all move up. And actually, before I do that, let's resolve whether Ventura gets back on the top or not. He does. So Ventura moves up there. So that's just going to fill everybody in here. So I'll do that off camera. Okay, on to turn 20. 4 and 10. 10 is TV. 4 is the middle group. Ventura is in the middle group. So he gets to challenge to see if he can get into the top group. 2, 6, 2. So that 2, 6. That actually will work because they only get 1 break bonus. So Ventura here, just for quick clarification, you see he's got a yellow triangle. If you roll a 6 with the red die, then he has a problem. But that did not happen here. And the white 6 indicates 4th, and the 2 break, he's only got 1. So Ventura climbs back all the way from the bottom group. He's climbed all the way into the top group again. And that was turn number 20. So we are on to 21. We got a 6 and a 2. So 6 is heat, 2 is top group. We're looking for heat. Oh, Casey has it. He's challenging Walker. He rolled a 6. He does not have the triangle. McAtee has it. He's got a 3, so that's good. He's got the 4 doesn't matter. He's got 5, which would also be good, so he'll use his performance chip to win and keep his spot. Now, yeah, no one else has heat, so that ends that. And Walker is in the top spot still, but no longer has a performance chip. And I always forget to give out chips on duels, and I know we had a duel earlier, and I forgot to give out a chip for it. So let's move on. Sorry about that. 4 and 5. So 4 is skill, and 5 is the bottom group. So we're looking for skill in the bottom group. Charlie Brake has it. It does not roll a good enough number. Bryson has it. And 1, 3, 3. 3, 3. So Holder, unlucky there. Then we've got Greco. 2, 1, 3. That's even. And so Billy Brett is going to get aced out by Greco. Then we got Bobby McKinnon, who has 5 gas, and he's 5, 1, 4. So that's Wilson, and he's going to take that. McKinnon moves up. Piotrowski is starred skill. He only has a 2 gas, though, and he got it. 1, 5, 5, so that's going to be odd. That's going to be Dick Exum, and that is going to result in Piotrowski moving up to the 16th spot and Exum falling all the way to 34. Okay, next skill is Schrupp. 4, which is what he has, 5, 6. So that's Rossi, and that is a good move for Schrupp. Now, Jimmy Velasco with a 4 gas. Rolled a 5, so nope. Mooch Thomas, only a 2 gas. Oh, look at that. 1, 6, 1. That would be Schrupp. And guess what? Oh, actually, it's 4th because odd is 19th. So I was doing that backwards, and I apologize for that. I screwed that up. And so there we go. And now we go to the bottom row. Shaver's got a starred skill and 4 gas. He rolled a 6, no triangle, did not roll triples. He does get to try again. And he rolled triple 6s. So he will now roll for his problem here. And he got a 66, and that is lost engine out of race. So Shaver is out. Okay, Shaver's out. Now the next skill is Marty Mullen. 2, 6, 2. So that's Schrupp. And Mullen will replace Schrupp. Whoops. Next skill is Gary Pine. 6, 5, 5. So that's no. Then Jordy Pettis. 3, 4, 4. So 3 is good. 4 odd is Parnell Drake. So Pettis will take that spot. And that is the end of that. Okay, so turn 22, Shaver out with a blown engine. Okay, on to turn 23. 7 and 2. 7 is reflex, 2 is the top group. So reflex, Russo Casey has it. He's good there. He rolled triples though, so that's not good. And he's got a 52, and a 52 is clutch problem, roll for repair. If he's got pit crew A, which he does, no problem. Okay. So he dodged a bullet. Now we'll check McAtee. He's got a 1-3. So that would tie on the break. So that is not a good challenge. Kevin Pettis, 3 and a 4. So Pettis is going to take the lead here. Now we have Wynn. He's going to take the lead as well. So Pettis had a brief lead. So we'll swap these two. And now Montana will get a shot as well. But he needs 4 on the break. And he doesn't get it. Well, he would have needed a 5, but the red 6 does him in. So Chris Wynn is our new race leader here in turn 23. And we'll move on to 24. 8-5. 8 is control, 5 is bottom group. So we're looking for control in the bottom. Billy Brett is up first. 5 is too high on the gas. He almost rolled triples. Joey Wilson needs a 3, does not get it. Darren Schubert needs a 4, does get it. 4, 1, well, 3, 1, 4. So that is odd. That's Greco. And the 4 does beat his 2 stars. So that is Schubert. Moving up. Exum. Nope. Lily has starred control but needs a 3 and doesn't get it. So he'll try again. Doesn't get it again. Next control is Rossi, who has starred control. And he gets it on the first one. 6. So it's even and the 3 spots. So that's Bryson. Rossi will jump up here. And because he's starred, he gets to try to move into the top group now. He's got 5 gas. The 1 break is going to do him in because they get a break bonus. So he would have been challenging Montana. Montana's got 3 breaks and the bonus, so he's not going anywhere. Okay, so we are now going to Pine. 4-1-2. That's even. McKinnon does not have any break. So Pine goes there. Now Parnell Drake has starred control and a 4 gas. That's good. 6. It's odd, so it's but the 2 on the break does him in. So he gets to try again. 4-4-1. It's this guy, Lonnie Lane, and Lonnie Lane has a break, so no dice there. That is turn 24. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. We got a 2 and an 11. So 11 is problem, and 2 is the top group. So we need to roll to see which one it is. It's 3. That's Ray Bob Walker. Now we'll have to roll to see what the problem is. It's a 61, and a 61 is engine running hot, roll for repair. He is an A pit crew. Last third, he needs a 6 or less. And he gets it. But he does, I think, go to the bottom. So unfortunately for Ray Bob, with only a few turns left, he's going to go to the bottom of the bottom group. And we're going to fill here. So we'll check Pine. Has a 5 gas, so he will fill here. Let's check Roach to fill the middle group. Needs a 3, and he gets it. So Roach will take that spot. Now I'll move everybody around, and we'll pick this up with turn number 26. Okay, 5-5. 5 is trouble. 5 is bottom group. So we have to start checking for problems here, or trouble rather. So Ray Bob's escape is an 8. Gets a 6, so he's good. Croyle's a 7. Gets a 9, he's not good. Swain is a 4. Nope. Break is a 9. He's fine. And that rhymes. Calder's a 7. He's good. Brett's a 9. Good. Jimmy Wilson is a 9. That's not good. Greco's a 7. Got it. Exum's a 4. Got a 6. So he's collected. 8 for Lily. Good. Davis 9. He's good. Segovia a 10. Good. Bryson's an 11. Good. Halpin's a 4. Nope. And Velasco is a 5. Got it. Phillips 8. Got it. Fourth is a 7. No. Hicks is a 10. He's good. Schrupp is a 7. No. McKinnon is a 5. No. And Drake is a 5. No. So a big one here. We got ourselves a big one. All right, so let's start with Croyle. His crew is a B. It is the final third. He needs a 7 or less. Did not get it, so Croyle's out. Swain is an E. This is going to be almost impossible for him. Yep, he's out. Then we've got Wilson, who is an A. He's out. Exum is a D. 7, he's going to be out. Halpin, a D. And a D in the final. Yeah, he's out. Okay. Now we got fourth, who is a B. He needs a 4 or less. Out of 5, he's out. Then we got Schrupp, who's a C. Needs a 2. Did not get it. McKinnon also needs a 2. Oh, I'm looking at problem. Shoot. So he's okay. And I think he was okay as well. I was doing the wrong rolls here. Let me re-roll fourth. He's a B. So he needs a 6 or less. He's out. Halpin is a D. D needs a 4 or less. He's okay. So Halpin will go back. And Exum is a D as well. Would need a 4 or less. No. Wilson's an A. And with an A, yeah, he would have been out anyway, so he's staying out. Swain is a E. Yeah, E needs a 3. No. Okay. And Croyle needed a B. Croyle is a B and needs 6 or less. Got a 7, so he's out as well. So that didn't save many by re-rolling. So we're just going to fill here. I'll do that off camera and we'll continue with turn 26. Oh wait, that was 26. Sorry, we're going to do our last pit stop. Got ourselves some short track mayhem there. So now we've got our pit stop turn. We've got a 1, which is the top group, I believe. So we'll do a top group fast pit check, but we have 1 and 6. So 1 and 6 in both top and middle swap spots. Okay. Now we do fast pit checks here in the top group. Montana needs a 10 or less, gets a 10, so he's good. And Chora needs a 2, does not get it. Casey needs an 8. It's good. McAfee needs a 10. He got an 11. Pettis needs a 6. Got a 2. Good for him. And Pine needs a 9. Got it. All right, so this would move up here. He would move there. And we get this. Now let's see who challenges off pit road. 6. Ventura. Only got a 3 gas, and he rolls a 5, so he did not succeed. So Win remains in the top spot. That is turn 27. It is time for the last turn of the race. So let's see what happens. 4 and 6. So that's going to be a duel, and 4 is the 4 car in the top group. That's Montana, and he's going to challenge Pine here. And he got a 5, which is higher than his gas, so that fails. So now we need to check to see if he has trouble. So let's see. His escape is a 10. He rolled a 9, so he's fine. So that ends the race, actually. And we end up with Chris Wynn being the winner. Ha, ha, ha. Jerry Pine second. Kevin Pettis third. Whoops. Joe's Fat Fingers. Russell Casey fourth. Wayne Montana fifth. Pete McAtee sixth. Jack Ventura seventh. Mooch Thomas eighth. Ralph Roach ninth. Kelly Wiley 10th. Tom Rossi 11th. Greg Carl 12th. Lonnie Lane 13th. Jordy Pettis 14th. Robbie Piotrowski 15th. Carol Worthington 16th. Marty Moen 17th. Darren Schubert 18th. Brooks Bilovich 19th. Then we have Parnell Drake, Bobby McKinnon, Donnie Schrupp, Kenny Hicks, Rod Phillips, Jimmy Velasco, Tony Halpin, Kurt Bryson, Francisco Segovia, Everett Davis, Dave Lilly, Craig Greco, Billy Brett, Vic Holder, Charlie Brake, and Ray Bob Walker finishes last amongst those who did finish. We did have a bunch of cars that did not finish the race. Levi Fox in the 10, Stu Yorich, Fred Shaver, Cam Croyle, Sonny Swain, Joey Wilson, Dick Exum, and Mark Forth. None of those guys finished the race. So that is it. We have our final result. Thank you for watching. I hope this was entertaining. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. But that's going to do it for this one. I really enjoy this game. I'm not going to lie. This is probably my favorite sports tabletop game, which surprises me because I'm not that large of a racing fan. I do watch. My son's a big NASCAR fan. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this game. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching again. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, etc., etc. That is it for now. I'm Joe. It is Sports Saturday here on the Hexton Counter channel. And until next time, as always, happy gaming.